I do believe we are online. And hopefully some guys show up. Until then, I'll just talk to myself. Although I will see if anybody else is on. I don't believe there is. Stick with it for a few, see if anybody shows up. Hello, how's everybody doing? Turkey vulture? That sounds wonderful. You're a good son. Happy birthday to your mom. Hello, Smoke Eater, Junior Johnson, Carlos from Panama. It's below freezing here. Yeah, we got snow too. And minus 15 or so now. Hopefully it'll be the last of the winter BS. You never know. Should probably do this. Yeah. Hello, Geezer. How you doing, bud? Yeah, Smoke Eater. We'll probably have a Chinook tomorrow, judging by the warm up. Thank God. Carlos? Hello, Carlos. Are you there? Wi-Fi again? No worries. I'm assuming Carlos is just having Wi-Fi. Yeah, probably just having Wi-Fi issues. He's got to move from the hammock to the house, maybe. Yeah, sounds good, man. Costco sold out. It's unbelievable. They sold out like first thing in the morning, I think yesterday morning. which is mind fucking blowing because I don't know why that's the thing that people are stocking up on. Herd mentality sort of thing, I guess. Like you see some people with their carts full, so you're gonna get yours before it's all gone. Kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how they think running out of ass wipe is gonna fucking help anything. Cracks me up though. I'm glad I grabbed some last weekend before just because it was time. Nothing to do with running out. All right. Oh, I hear something now, Carlos.
Hello, hello,
Whoa.
Felipe. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can, loud and clear.
Yeah. How's
How are you?
everything there?
It's good. It's cold. It's winter, so it's a good day to do nothing.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
How about there? Nice and toasty warm, I take it?
Yeah, here we have the same temperature all the year around. The only
Yeah.
difference is we have dry season and wet season. Now
Yeah.
we are on the dry season, but basically it's the same
Yeah.
on that. That is something that I like. Sometimes, yeah, it's nice to have seasons, but it's something that I like. Other people are not happy about that.
Junior Johnson? No. Apparently, I don't think it does. So everybody's baffled. They talk about it in the news and everything.
Junior has asking. No, I haven't solved the thing on the Zodiac. I the ID has asked for a replacement unit, but it seems that he's not going to get it until the end of April. I don't know what to do, and in fact, it's something that I wanted to ask to the Punters about ideas about potential alternatives to the Zodiac because not sure about what to do. I don't have any problem from the idea. The idea is quite close person to us. Is one if if some of you join on Craig Sip channel, his Little Treasury Jewelers that is sometimes participate on that channel, and I can refund, I can do whatever, but I don't know. I'm not sure what to do.
Give me 1 second. I gotta close a window. So, do you mind start? Do you mind telling me what happened with it? I don't know about the issue you're having. Do you mind starting from the beginning, explaining that one?
Yeah, but basically the thing is, I was looking for a beater watch because the previous beater that I had, uh, basically once I had to change the battery, since that time moisture gets into the case. I like it the Zodiac, and I like it the colors and the design and everything. And I was looking for something colorful, not very expensive, like a kind of beater that would be a dive watch because it's sometimes that I use it for to time in my walks and things, and to me is very useful the diving vessel on that kind of watch. And the thing I purchased one that was my favorite. I received it, but after 1 week it stopped. It stopped. No manual wind, no automatic, no anything, and that's the thing.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a damn shame.
Yeah, Yeah, the thing also is a bit more difficult as I am in Panama. Anyway, I will be visiting that AD. I will be on the area of Washington D.C. by early April. I will visit them. I was expecting that they will have the replacement unit by that time, but it seems that it will not be the case. And I really I am not sure what to do. On
Yeah,
one side, I really like that design, but I am a bit worried about the thing.
that does suck.
Yeah.
Um, so is there any chance you could just send it back to head office and have them replace it? Was it under warranty?
Yeah. It will not be any problem. The service on that part is perfect from the AD. The AD has offered me to do whatever. I can send him the watch to have his watchmaker look at the watch. He can send it on the warranty. Meanwhile, he has requested a replacement unit to replace. I can use the money for something on the store. I can ask for a refund of the money. I can do whatever.
Yeah,
On that part, and yeah, in fact, is a friend, a virtual friend. We sometimes speak on the through YouTube or whatever. And I am not sure what to do because it's a nice watch. In fact, I have it here to show it, and it's very nice from my point of view. But
oh yeah. Oh,
I
that's very
like it, something colorful
yeah,
to the beach, and I like it. But
yeah,
it gets stopped on March 20th. I can change the time, and but it doesn't want. When I receive it, and the first time that I wired it up, I didn't had good feeling on that moment. But as I am not, I didn't had a zodiac before. I assumed that was normal. Neither was very accurate. It was plus 9 seconds per day. That is not great, but something that could be managed. And
yeah,
that is the thing. I like it, but I don't know. I don't know. And
yeah.
the alternatives that I've seen are not that great to me.
Howdy, howdy. How you doing, mate?
I've been looking for different alternatives on that kind of watches. Doxa could be an option as they have different colors, but I really don't like the design a lot. Uh, Seen have some diving watches. There are one that is blue that kind of like it, but it's more money than what I was thinking on spending on this. I really don't know what to do. Maybe
Yeah,
I will just wait for the next one, hoping that it's good because a lot of people is are very happy with the zodiac watches. It seems, but it's a bit. It sucks a bit. Yeah,
yeah. Unfortunate. It is
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah.
I mean, I know they're not the most expensive out there, but you spend money on anything, you expect it to work at least for a while.
No.
So
Yeah, in this case, the original strap is rubber strap because I don't want the bracelet, and in fact I put them on a different strap, and it's around $1,000. That is not a huge amount of money, but it's money.
yeah, exactly. Hmm.
That is something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do really. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. And I I will be also in US on the next week, as the flights are cheap, because the virus, and we have our other son there in California. We are going to visit him, and, yeah, and maybe we'll look around for alternatives.
Yeah. Smoke Eater is suggesting an Omega Planet Ocean.
Yeah, yes, but I really want a beater and something that Omega could be a good idea, but not sure. Not sure.
Yeah, I hear you. I
Probably it's a bit more money than what
yeah,
I was expecting.
yeah. As bulletproof as they are, I don't know if I'd want to take one to the beach. I'm
Yeah,
sure it'd be fine. I'm sure it would be fine, but I'd be worried about it.
yeah, and also it will be a watch that, uh, when sometimes I go to do deep sea fishing with friends, and that invite me. I, I don't have a boat. Uh, and also it's a very messy situation with lot of things, and it's something I don't want to have a luxury watch for that kind of
Yeah,
years, and
that sounds
sometimes
like
I also sold. Yeah.
a Seiko job for a Seiko.
Yeah, that could be an option. In fact, it could be an option, just a Seiko 5 or something like that.
Yeah, they're suitable.
Hello, Thomas.
Hi there, Carlos.
How are
We're just
you?
talking about your. Not so bad, thanks. We're just talking about your new Zodiac Seawolf, are we?
Yeah, yeah, and about my doubts about it, about what could I consider to replace it in case that I will decide to ask for a refund and choose a different option. And
Really, it's not working out, is it? Really?
no, I receive it, and after 1 week it stopped.
Oh
And yeah,
no.
yeah, I like it. I really like it. It's very nice to my eyes and thing, but it's something. And Steve's service is great. I don't have any complaint. He's offering me any option. So, but the thing is that the replacement, he has already asked for a new unit to replace it, but it seems that he's not going to receive it until the end of April, and I'm not sure what to do really. I'm not sure.
Would you like to stick with Zodiac? Because they're quite a nice brand, aren't they? They're a nice watch.
That would be my idea, because really, I looking at alternatives, the alternatives that comes to my mind, I really don't see other alternatives that put a smile in my face, really. And yeah, maybe it could be an option to continue. In fact, regarding Zodiac, this is the one that I really like it. I have it here. I don't know if you have seen it before on the earlier on the.
Yeah, I saw it briefly. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah. It's nice,
Yeah,
but
it's a
I
really
don't know.
nice model.
Also, I don't know.
It's
I
lovely.
don't know what
There's
to.
quite a few Zodiac Seawolves to choose from. I was going to say to Zippo, we could maybe talk about all the different Zodiac watches that there are today.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
just say
other. Yeah, more or less the
so.
design. There are other colors, other thing, but really the only color that I really like would be this. This will be definitely my first option. There are also others in bracelet, but I really don't need bracelet for this. Uh, Not sure. Not sure. Doxa could be another option, but not sure. I
Yeah, you're paying a bit more for a Doxer, aren't you?
More or less the same. There are different. No, more or less the same, around $1,000 for the, let's say, for the not, uh, I will not say entry level, for the first one, for the smallest one, and I really, with 100 or 200 meters, I have more than enough. I only wanted to go to the pool and to the jacuzzi at the most. I
Yeah.
I am not going to dive with it.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people in the chat joining us today. We've got Geezer, Junior Johnson, Orange Hands, Howdy from Texas. Hi guys, you all right? And Orange Hands saying that the new Prospects Diver releases that are coming out this week look nice. And I did check some of those out, and they are quite nice. Yeah.
I've seen some of those but were on the prices of Omega and that kind of thing. The ones that I saw, and
Yeah,
also
some of them.
are classic dark color. I am looking for something more colorful.
Yeah,
I
yeah. The
don't.
Zodiacs do have a nice character to them. They've got nice color schemes, haven't they? They do have nice color schemes. Lots of variety in the color schemes, and they do add a bit of color to your collection. Definitely.
I really don't know. This will be an option. I was looking at Hamilton. Not sure.
Zippo, if you could you just go to the Zodiac Watches website? Is that possible?
Sure thing. Uh,
Yeah, because it's true that a lot of people are very happy with the thing. I've heard of other people that had issues with that caliber, but not sure.
Yeah, if you just go watches, just go to Super Seawolf. You'll see all the different types. There's some really nice color variants.
there are. Um,
Yeah, you got those turquoise dials and the.
No. Yeah, that was mine.
this one here is yours, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that is mine.
Yeah. That just screams day at the beach, doesn't it?
Yeah, 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 and also while it's a reissue of a classic or vintage model, I really like it. I really like the view. To me, it's very nice to my eyes.
Yeah, they're lovely. I like the colors. They're really nice.
Sold out. Oh. Anything
And
else
there's that
grab
Super
your attention?
Seawolf, that Super Seawolf limited edition, the 50th anniversary watch set. That's a great shape one. That took my attention straight away.
Is that this one here?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That is in your style. You like
Yeah,
that
that's
style
just
of what?
I love that style of watch. That curved
Yeah,
70s style case. It's
yeah.
1968 limited edition, so it's right up my street. That.
Awesome.
I am not attracted to that design. I should be, because in fact I am, that will be my birth year. I am
Oh,
from
really?
1968.
68. Right.
Yeah,
You should
that
get this
is.
one, Carlos.
Well,
Yeah.
when I will visit Steve, or if or if in next week in LA, I am able to find a distributor, to an AD to check. I will check that reference, and at first it doesn't put a smile in my face. that
Yeah.
that
It's
design.
definitely it's definitely a certain design. If you take a look at some of the other Seawolves, Sippo, just go back a second. Just go back to the main page. You take the one next to it, the one with the turquoise bezel, the green bezel. That's a beautiful one.
It is.
Yeah. That is called something like the watermelon or something. It's
Right.
the nickname.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody know the STP 313 automatic movement? Who makes those?
Yeah, that
STP
is the
is they're the
in-house.
movement maker. STP.
Yeah, that is from from fossil purchase that manufacturer, and it's a movement that is used on fossil watches. It's a clone of ATA. I don't know if it's 2944 or one of those. I am very bad for the references.
Just go back to the
Basically,
main page a sec, Zippo.
it seems
The,
that it should not be a bad caliber, as it seems that the limited editions of these watches are cost certified with the same caliber, but I don't know. Well, at least I have bad luck.
Maybe that's all it is, eh?
I
Yeah,
like the one with the orange hand. The one next to the one you just looked at. That's a great one.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a popular one.
yeah. They also do special editions for some IDs that are nice, but but not so. A
Junior
bit
Johnson
con.
says he's Junior Johnson actually says he's looking at the blue one himself.
Yeah. Hodinky has a special edition. Uh, has a special edition that is not. Uh, is quite nice, quite nice. But I don't know if I would like to go on that way. I think that if I am with Zodiac, I will continue with Steve.
Yeah, I mean the Seawolf is what they're known for, but they do a whole host of watches like you're looking at now, Zippo. They do
Yeah, like
they do some great chronographs and some nice dress watches to
I like this one.
Zodiac. What model is that? Is that the Grand Rally?
Uh, Grand Rally. Yep, you got her.
Yeah, the Grand Rally chronograph.
Sea Dragon sold out. Oh shoot! What did I do? Limited edition. Look at some of these.
And how I've seen your chat. The thing, I really don't want to spend much money on this. This will be a kind of bitter. What, in fact, if if I would like to spend more money, I don't know. Maybe I will go for a Rolex or for I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I really want to have something uh, that I can be in a boat without taking care of heats or thing, or if I go to the beach and I go to the sea, not to be worried about losing it or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
it's something
Yeah,
I
you want a
really.
durable beta watch.
Yeah, yeah. If
And
it's
I
a bit
think,
nicer, like for me, that was perfect with the Zodiac.
yeah, I
one
think the
thousand
Zodiac,
dollars. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but yeah, it's something that I've lost or I have destroyed this. Next one, without.
I think the Zodiac really fits the bill for a beta watch. It's a great all round watch that you can wear without a care. You know, it's it's great.
how about a good old G Shock?
Yeah, but if you go back to the
Yeah,
fossils, sorry, no, not the fossil site, the Zodiac site. There's I was going to take you through a few more of the watches that they've got on there, and they've got some really nice
yeah.
pieces on there.
G-Shock could be. But I have a G-Shock that I never wear, but I want a beater, but. let's say nice.
Yeah,
Not
fair enough.
yeah. And how the I've seen the prospects line what is on the web on Seiko web. There are things, but not sure. Not sure. This morning, Tom told me that Tom Austin told that they are presenting new Seikos that could fill that part as a beach beater watch. Maybe something like this could be an option. Directly going for a Seiko
If you just go
5
to the watches,
like
if you just
this.
go to the top where it says watches on their site, Zippo,
Hmm.
and
View
just
all.
select the Olympus watches.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice, Carla.
Yeah. I like the case design on that.
Yeah, there's the one on the far right and the one on the bottom were really nice.
Yeah.
The I thought that was it's a really nice case shape. It's a interesting case shape. It's like got the crown at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's more of a dress watch, but I thought the design was really nice.
It is.
Yes, that is also your kind of design, Thomas. You like that?
Yeah, that's going for $900, I think, or $1,000. I think that's the limited edition one. That one that's now sold out,
Yeah. Yeah. Sold out.
but the
I
case,
was
I love
also
the case
considering
shape.
this option, Oris, but the thing I don't like the integrated bracelet or the integrated strap. I want to put it in a regular NATO or something.
Right.
And the other Oris divers, I don't like the faux patina and that kind of thing. If this will have regular locks that I can use for other strap, and that this would have been a good option. But they don't. Uh,
On
And they
the
do. Sorry, Zippo.
on the Oris, Carlos.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. The problem is this. Can you see that you it, you have to use their straps or their bracelets?
Yeah.
It's like integrated into
Yeah,
the.
it's integrated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the problem. And there is the this is on the Aquis date. There are another series for divers, but are not colorful. Have for patina. Uh, yeah. This would be an option. Definitely a bit more expensive than what I was expecting, but yeah, but it will not be a problem. And that's the that's the thing. Another option that I was thinking,
Oh, the U1.
yeah,
That's a great one.
more money. Maybe put this design, putting on a, let's say, more colorful strap could be
I
nice.
love the Zin U1. It's a great watch. The tegmented steel and the submarine steel. Yeah, it's great.
Uh,
They did a version called the. They did a limited edition version called the Blue One,
yeah,
which had a like a James Cameron sort of dial, and it was gorgeous.
yeah. But
Yeah.
the thing is that there is a stainless steel, but the stainless steel is quite thick, and also they are like 44, 45 millimeters, and there is a titanium, yeah, but the titanium is more money than I would like to spend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could, yeah, the design is nice. design is nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's
it
yeah.
is. It's a
Again,
really
that's
nice
not one
watch.
I don't think I'd want to take that one to the beach though.
yeah, yeah. The stainless steel is not not huge, hugely expensive. It's about the stainless steel is $2,000. That is, yeah, a lot of money, but but the titanium one that is a bit smaller and not so thick is 3,000. And that money I will start to think about it if I
Yeah.
am on the beach or or taking
I'd
care
stick
of.
with the Zodiac if I were you, Carlos. I'd like Neo says in the chat. The Zodiac dials are real fun, and
Yeah.
they're really colourful and nice, and
That
they add a
Yeah,
bit of
counts for a
difference.
lot.
They add something different to the collection. They're
yeah,
really nice.
yeah. I think that really and
It'd be
looking
nice
at
to keep something like that in the collection. You add a bit of
yeah,
variety.
yeah. That that was my idea, and in fact, I think that it is still. I am a bit turned off after the problem, and I'm a bit and that much time to get the replacement units turned me off a bit because I was expecting that Steve will be able to get the replacement unit by the early April that I will be there and to do the change and the thing, but but not so, not so, not so. I have to look at it. There are
Yeah.
some doxas that are quite nice. I have some here. The one, the soup to.
Oh, the sub 200. Yeah, that's quite. It's a cheaper version than the sub 300, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, a
and
new
also
one that's come out.
smaller.
That's
Yeah, I will not
yeah,
use that strap. I will use a different strap. That color, maybe the orange, yellow. Well, maybe yellow is not.
nice,
Not sure. They are different.
really nice.
I don't know. I don't know. I asked Rich Buddy because
Love
I
the
know
colourful
that he
dials.
has a doxa and what is his experience. No.
That's
Maybe
one that
Love
this
the
is
colourful
don't.
dials that they have. Yeah,
No.
not sure if I like this color or not. Maybe it's not sure. Maybe yellow. What do you think of the yellow?
I like the blue better.
You like this?
Yeah.
That would not be a problem wearing this watch for you that you look as a macho man, Filippo. Filippo. That makes me a bit more confident about my choice.
Yeah, I like that. I'm just not a fan of orange personally, but that's
You
just
would prefer the orange.
I'd prefer the blue.
You prefer blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello, blue
this
shirt
blue.
Buddha.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
Hello,
you?
blue shirt. How are you?
I'm good, Carlos. Nice Zodiac.
Oh,
Yeah. What would you
Thomas,
do?
Thomas disappear.
Do you like? Tipo, that was the blue one that you like it or
Yeah,
not? Or
that's
this
pretty.
one?
Well, that's a little more. That's more
Yeah,
fun. That one.
yeah. This one has a ETA movement. I think that Rich Buddy is happy with his doxa. I've asked him about his experience. Also, in my understanding, in US they only sell online. Maybe, maybe,
Well,
maybe could be. I'm
Smoke
not
Eater
sure.
suggests the Steinhardt. Those are
Yeah.
those are cheap.
Steinhardt. Not sure about. but the Steinhardt are a kind of homage, no? From
Oh,
no, I prefer something more,
yeah,
let's say, original.
yeah. I hear
Yeah.
you. I had one,
Mm.
and somebody thought I had a Submariner, and that was the last time I wore it.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody's dropping off the stream here for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. Hmm.
Hey guys,
Neil, how you doing?
Neil.
pretty good. Pretty
Hello,
good.
Neil.
Hey Carlos, haven't talked to you in a
Huh?
while.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I live in fairly north in this in America, and it's like 50 or something today. Snow is melting. It's awesome.
Yeah. Are you already training for running the bulls in Pamplona?
I am, and if the COVID virus cancels it, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah. Well, I have I have the feeling that on the end we are all going to have the coronavirus. I think that it cannot be contained. And we will have a kind of flu, and if we are not on the high risk factors, we should be okay. Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I
Hey
just
Neo, how are you, man?
good. Hey, Lucer, Thomas,
Anya,
Zippo.
you well, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So,
Thomas, how you
Good,
feeling?
Yeah, a bit better, thanks. Yes, things have got better
Good.
this week, so yeah. Back
so
to work tomorrow.
Were you sick? Were you sick, Thomas?
Yeah, I've been a bit sick the past couple of weeks, so not been feeling too good. So
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that,
hopefully,
man.
do you think
hopefully things are
anybody
better.
who is on as many watch live chat streams as Thomas could be anything but sick?
Yeah.
Thomas is the Iron Man.
The trooper, yeah.
I mean, not to
What
rain on the
happened?
Zodiac
A
parade.
flu or what? What happened to you? Nothing serious, I assume.
No.
No. Okay, now that you are recovering, you have to purchase a new watch to celebrate it.
I wish I had the money, Carlos. I'd love to get a SeaWorld
Yeah.
like you have. That's a great watch.
Well, then you think that will be a good idea to wait for the new unit. You don't like this one or what? This is.
That
Do you like this design?
that
or-
Doxus, lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Doxa is nice.
Yeah.
Howdy,
You
we're
like
gonna
it, blue
peer
shirt?
pressure you to come on, man.
You know, Blusher, what happened with my Zodiac? I am not sure if I will refund it and choose a different thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're thinking maybe a Zodiac instead?
No, the
I
thing
mean, a Doxa instead.
I am considering alternatives because I am a bit concerned about the experience, and Steve will have the replacement unit by the end of April, and I don't know
Right.
if I want
Yeah,
to.
that's a shame that happened to
Yeah.
that watch.
Yeah.
Well, I can recommend this because this is just what I recently got. Let me see if I can turn this. Where am I? Excuse my ugly mug.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready for us, Howdy, we'll be here for you.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
that-
it, Lucia.
That's
Yeah,
my
that-
Seiko King Turtle.
Oh,
That's
looks
so cool.
good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Really nice. I love wave effect dial, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really love the shiny blue.
Beautiful.
What
And
size is it?
It's 45, but it wears smaller, and
Or is it smaller?
it's got a ceramic bezel. It's got sapphire glass. It's got the Cyclops over the day and the date. and I put it on this strap code Jubilee, and it looks really nice.
That does.
And about what price is that?
It was it's about under 5.
Under 5.
And
Under
it's keeping.
5,000.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Under 5.
Yes.
I was just saying
100.
it looks great on the Jubilee. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't want to spend 5,000.
No, 100.
100. Yeah. Okay, that could be.
Yeah, and it's keeping amazing time. It's almost as good as my Rolex. It's keeping about minus the +1 a day.
Jeez.
Well, that could be an option.
Yeah, I would recommend that. The strap code bracelets are very nice, and the turtle wears very, very nicely.
What is the name of that watch? Do you know?
It's the Seiko King Turtle.
Seiko King Turtle.
Right, it's
It's a
SRPE07 is the model that I have.
Sorry, can you say again the
Sure.
reference?
SRPE
PE
PE07.
07.
Now there's also a black dial one and a green dial one.
Is it a current
Yes,
reference?
just came out.
Oh, great. That will be great.
Hi, Turkey Will.
Yeah, that could be a. Yeah.
Hey, Turkey.
Hello, Turkey. How are you? And how are you on your places with the virus and the supermarkets and that thing?
We're out of toilet paper everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in New York, you mean? Yeah, there's toilet paper. There's no runs in the supermarket. It's just being blown out of proportion.
Yep.
I've been talking with Crappy this when I woke up, he was still on the live stream for 4.5 hours.
Oh my God!
It seemed that on Portland, he went to one of those big supermarkets that you have there, and he said that they only had like 6 packs on the
paper
shelf.
area.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for pulling that up, Flippin'.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's the one. It comes on the rubber strap, and I just I had this strap code on another turtle that I had that I just sold, and I put the strap code Jubilee on this. So there's a black dial and a green dial. Both of those have like a grenade pattern on the dial, but this blue one has the wave with the little hidden shark fin. It's a Pro Specs. It's 200 meters, and for what it is, and the performance upgrades that they did, given it sapphire and a ceramic bezel. The knurling is a little different than the normal one. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I will check in fact in Amazon, and as the things can be returned on next week, I will be in California, and maybe I just order it and check it, and if I don't like it, I return it or whatever.
I got it from a place in California, Mimo's Jewelry. He's very good.
Let me write it. Nemo's, like the fish.
No, Mimo, MIMO.
Mimo Jewelry.
Yep, and he's in California.
Where in California are
let me just Google it and I'll tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, howdy is. I agree with you, and I'm like, they have so much variety in what they have. So there's got to be
Long Beach.
There's got to be
Long Beach.
something.
Carlos, Long Beach, California. Yep.
That will be great. That is the place I am planning to visiting again the USS Iowa on this trip,
Oh, awesome.
and that is in Long Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been when she was in commission for the last time. I was actually on her before she had the accident. I was on her twice when she visited New York.
Yeah,
Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing.
yeah, and he he offers discounts. Mimo, he's really good, nice guy.
Yeah.
He picked out one for me. I asked him to get the best possible one because sometimes the chapter rings and the bezels don't align perfectly. And he picked out one for me, so I can't recommend him enough.
Okay. Do you mind if I tell him that I am going recommended by you?
Yeah, I mean he won't know me as Blue Shirt, but you can tell him that Bruce from New York.
Bruce from New York. Great.
Yep.
Great. Then maybe in a week I will check it. I have my idea. I will be I am going to be in San Diego on Monday of next week, not tomorrow, next week, and I am planning to be on Long Beach on Tuesday. Then could be great. Could be great.
Yeah, he's 2744 East Broadway in Long Beach, California.
Yeah, that green one that Sipo just passed, it looks good. The texture too.
Yeah, they're calling that one the Grenade.
Yeah,
it's sort of kind of like the same kind of pattern as the green Aquanaut.
Yeah.
The Paddock Aquanaut. It's like a grenade pattern and a green strap.
How are these Seiko 5s, the new Seiko 5s for water resistance?
They're not dive watches. I think they're only 100 meters.
Okay, yeah.
They don't have screw down crowns. So that's the one thing, they upgraded the movement on them. They upgraded there's a display case back now, but they are not as water resistant as the old SKXs.
That really defeats the whole purpose.
Correct. Which is why I moved on and decided to go for, a turtle, and then, just recently this king turtle.
Yeah.
Does this has a exhibition case back?
No, this one does not. It has a solid case back. It's got the wave pattern on the, the tsunami wave. That was on the SKX. It's got that on the back.
Yeah.
What else? Prospects.
Yeah, maybe that could be maybe.
That's what I would go for.
It's a good value proposition, I think.
Yes, and the feeling on the vessel is good.
Yep.
Are you happy with it?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it turns nice, nice and solid. There's no back play.
Oh, great. Yeah, that could
It's worth
be
to take a look at. Yep.
Yeah, that would be In fact, I am liking it as you are telling. Yeah. And with your recommendation, maybe I will choose I don't know what color of a strap to make it more colorful, but yeah.
I think it's really hard to beat any Seiko if you're looking for a diver quote unquote beater.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so solid. They're so reasonably priced.
They look good.
Well, yeah, you have to like the Seiko aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's not a Zodiac. The Zodiac is a totally different aesthetic. It's different types of fun. But if you end up going Seiko, I don't think you'll regret it.
No.
Yeah.
Agreed, Neo. Agreed.
Turkey Vulture, I kind of want to show you a site because I can. I know this guy enough that I could, and it's Canadian, so you're going to be paying less than what you would there probably. This guy is, you can give a good deal.
Oh yeah, I
Bring up to you.
wasn't paying attention to the chat. Turkey, yes, you can order them online. That's how I ordered mine.
Sorry to hear you had an
And
accident, Junior.
Who got into an accident?
Junior.
Oh no. Oh, that sucks.
Are you all right?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Oh no.
Take a look at the help section in your
Oh, that's not good. But yes, Turkey, you can order it off of his website, and he also offers a discount code, which brings the price down. So, and he's very nice, very responsive to emails. Good guy.
And what about the Seiko SPB 103, the one on the top that is green, or those or that one? What is the difference?
103. This one here.
Yeah.
200 meter water resist, 6R35 movement, 45 mil case.
Oh, seems. I will look more at Seiko, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the texture on the previous one, on the one that Loser told was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking for one for myself now.
Cool. So let's go window shopping, Flippy.
Yeah. This site here that I'm on is a local guy that's just awesome.
Okay.
He's got a very small shop. He does consignment and all that, and he can get all he sells Seiko and what else? Loom Tech, I think he still sells those. But he's mainly a Seiko guy. And he'll cut a deal anytime, anywhere. He's a really good guy to know.
Did you say Loom Tech? LUM-TEC?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of those?
That's actually pretty funny. So I have a watch that has been out for service for like 8 months. And just to make it even crazier, it has an STP movement in it. And it's been out for service for 8 months. And the service center is Loom Tech. LUM-TEC. It just got here yesterday.
Huh.
Oh, wow. Yeah. He was showing me one of these things, a Loom Tech, and the loom is no joke. It is ridiculous the amount they put on there.
Yeah, I have this watch that I have is a Magretti. I love everything about it except for the fact that it has this STP movement in that broke twice and has gone through 2 services. So since I've owned this watch, I've barely been able to wear it.
Wow.
And I love everything about it except for that freaking movement. And just to make matters worse, now the new versions of this watch don't have an STP in it anymore. They have a Solita.
No.
Okay.
Perfect.
STP, that is the same brand as the problem that I had with the Zodiac. No?
Right. It's a Fossil owns them. Yep.
Yeah.
But again, they're all Fossil. The base is the ETA 2824. The Solita 200 is a clone of an ETA. So it's all pretty much the same. I mean, I've had Solitas and they've ran better than some of my ETAs in the past.
Yeah, I mean, Solita makes some high-end ones. Solita quality isn't as it's not as bad as what everyone sort of tries to make it out to be. They do
exactly
make a pretty decent movement. The thing with this STP though is in both times the crown fell off.
Oh wow!
In one case, in the second case, the crown didn't fall off, but when you would unwind it, you couldn't actually get it to click to set the time with anymore. But I mean, I set this watch yesterday morning, and it's pretty much dead on a day later.
Nice. Yeah, that's what with this Grand King Turtle. I mean, it's keeping phenomenal time. It surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, so since this watch has been in repair, it's a blue dive watch. So then I bought a Samurai blue dive watch, and I'd much rather have the Samurai at this point. As much as I actually just love this watch, I'm so pissed at the quality of how it's been working. I don't know. I would get a Seiko. Come on, $550, you cannot beat it.
Yeah. Just from what you guys are saying between the two of yous, I would never get one now. That really just put me off entirely. Like even the Zodiacs, I don't think I would do it.
No?
No, not.
I thought about getting the Zodiac quartz versions when they came out because they just look so fun.
Yeah.
I've read of people that put the ETA 2844 or 2944 instead of the caliber on those Zodiacs. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would like to do that with that money.
Oh.
Yeah.
The new Alpinist.
The Alpinist is nice, but at least for myself, for the beater, I really want the diving.
You want a
vessel.
dive watch? You want a dive watch?
Yeah,
That makes
the
sense.
thing is, I really use a lot the diving vessel when I am using a beater watch. Like if I am, I used to walk every day, maybe sometimes on the morning and sometimes at night, and I like to put the mark at the time that I am leaving, and I have a clearer idea of how long, and it's something that I like.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but at this range, I mean, Seiko, as we all have been seeing, what they're coming out with now, they're trying to move themselves up market.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that they're just going too far to the extreme. Charging $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for a Seiko. Well, they are nice. It's just, I think it's a bad move by them. But what do I know? But
especially with the Seiko 5s, like they are better and everything, but they that kind of doesn't so much count as a starter watch anymore. It can be for some, but
right.
Like
I have a Seiko 5. I got it for $80. It's awesome.
Yeah. The first automatic that I got was a Seiko 5, and it's a little tiny guy, and my wife wears it now. And I've had a couple since then, and like a couple of the dive style watches that you wouldn't want to put in the water.
Right.
But yeah. And they're I know for $100.
They're taking the new 5KXs in there. They're marketing them more as a fashion kind of watch.
Yeah.
See, I like the Samurais too. The strap code Samurai bracelet is heavy. I will say that about it. It's nice, but it's heavy, and I don't know. Like I think in the wintertime I keep it on, but in the summertime I put it either on a NATO or rubber.
Gotcha.
But the turtle, I just love the turtle bracelets. Those I keep on the bracelet all the time.
Yeah, and the rubber strap that this king turtle came on. It was really nice. It's definitely a step up from other Seiko rubber straps that I have, but it's just the watch just feels better. It sits better, and to me, it looks better on the Strapco Jubilee. Just really,
Yeah, the rubber
Fits
straps
perfect.
that come with the new turtles these days, and they're decent. They're very good actually.
Yeah.
I got my turtle used off of some forum or Reddit or something like that, and the guy ripped me off and didn't send the strap. But and then when I went back, I was like, "Yep, I guess he did not explicitly have it in his ad that I would be getting it." But I was bummed that I didn't get that rubber strap because they are nice actually.
Thomas, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'll last because I seem to be having a bit of trouble, so I may end up dropping off and letting some of the other guys get on.
Were you cheering for Man City or Man U today?
Oh, I'm not a Man United fan at all, so it'll be Man City. Yeah, I don't like Man United.
I was cheering for Man U because I want them back in the Champions League.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, they're a big favorite. They're a big favorite internationally.
Yeah, they won 2-0.
Oh, really? They won?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Oh no. No, I don't like Man United. Wrong side of the Pennines for me. Wrong side
What
of the.
about this one? What do you think of this? I am looking at the web of this Mimo.
Oh, Mimo, yeah.
Memo.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Love the
Color.
orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a turtle that I have.
Is that a samurai?
That's a samurai, actually. I didn't know that they had that in samurai. I've got the Nemo and the turtle.
What I like is that really, yeah, there is no the Cyclops, but at the same time there is uh, no no day that for me would be better. Yeah, this could be.
It's definitely cool
that.
looking.
I like that pointy arrow hand, the hour hand that they've got.
Mm-hmm.
What about this caliber? Is the same caliber that has yours, Blusher?
Was it 436?
Yes.
Yep, same one.
So, Harlex crystal that is worse than yours, no?
Right, yeah. I have the sapphire.
What's the price on that?
525.
Wow, yeah.
So I think I got mine for like $325 used.
Maybe.
Yeah, do you ever anybody care to use Reddit?
I don't.
I bought watches off of Reddit.
No.
Yeah, I've bought a few. It's not a bad place to buy, actually. It seems like there's a lot more Rolex and Omega than there were a few years ago. I don't know what's going on with this town. Is anybody else hearing that?
Yeah.
Somebody has a window open.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice Pepsi.
Okay, Paddy. I am Paddy Diver certified, by the way. Then this will be.
Jesus.
It's the last 22 millimeters. But I have a lot of NATOs on 20 millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will look at it, and I think the best thing will be to visit them, um, and, and to see.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys will see that. $2,200 on Reddit. That's pretty good.
What was 2,200 on Reddit?
An Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean.
Oh, nice.
I'll see if I won't bother going through the whole screen thing, but I'll just do this for a second. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it very well. Whatever.
All right, yeah, cool.
But yeah, that's what's on Reddit a lot more often now.
That's an awesome watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that watch.
Did you have one?
I had one and I forgot it. I left it behind at an airport security shutdown station.
Well,
Oh no, that sucks.
Oh, mate.
wow.
Yeah. You weren't about to get that one back either, were you?
I ran, and then I was like, and I looked at my watch. I'm like, fuck. Ran right back. It was gone. No one had seen it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah, because there are places in US, for example, they allow you to go through with the watch, but for example, here in Panama and in Spain, they don't allow you to go through the control with the watch on your hand.
Do they?
In Panama and in Spain, no, they don't allow. They do.
You have to take it off.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing, as I know it, I take it off before going into the control, and I put on the back that I have the passports, and that goes into the trolley that I am carrying. But yes, they have to they you have to remove the watch. No, you don't have a choice.
Oh shit! And that's something.
Hey guys, just joined. Sorry,
Oh.
I was at a birthday party and I just came back. So.
Hey,
Hope I
Ines,
didn't
how
leave you
are you?
hanging there.
Ines, you're
too
right.
long.
How's everyone doing?
Hello, Ines.
We're doing
All
good.
good.
Doing good,
Money.
thanks.
Yeah, sorry. I hope I didn't leave it hanging there for too long.
No, I've been in for like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
It's kind of tucked down there.
that was fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right on. How's your weekend going?
Yeah, very good. Very good. The tail end, but it's been good. Good weather. Good times. So.
You haven't run out of toilet paper?
No, hey, there's all kinds of toilet paper here. I went to the supermarket yesterday. There's no shortages. You want some toilet paper? Come up to Montreal. There's plenty of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't help but laugh at that.
Yeah, here
there's,
too. Here too, but it seems that it's a problem in other places. But
mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
in Australia, they seem to be, or in certain parts, they seem
Yeah.
to be having a shortage. But there's plenty of toilet paper here in New York too. So
Yeah. But there's
What
plenty of
happened
bottled water too. And just
Yeah.
pro tip for the audience and everybody else, it's not like a hurricane or tornado. If people get sick, your faucet is still going to work. So,
Correct.
there will still be water.
I have a lot of water here, and in a month I will be plenty of water once the
when the rainy season starts,
coming. Yeah. I have also like 10 gallons of chlorine, of liquid chlorine that sometimes I need for the pool, and I have two tanks of 600 gallons. So yeah, the thing is here in Panama sometimes they cut the water for reparations and thing, and I have to have a backup system because maybe 3 or 4 days per year I don't have water, and in
Mm.
fact I pay more for the maintenance of the backup system that than what I pay to the utilities company. I would say like double. Yeah, water is very cheap here, but um, so, yeah. But honestly, the other day, once we decided to go on next week to California. I felt a bit nervous about what could happen in Panama while we are away. And
Mhm.
yeah, and I usually have some things here just in case, and I went to purchase more things to the Costco, and yeah, and now I have things to be here without going out of my house for 2 months.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, if any of you guys in the chat want to come on,
Yeah.
please feel free. I'll jump off. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I will jump off too. Yeah.
So, what have you guys been talking about watch wise?
Well, I got on late, but we just spent a good half hour plus on Seiko
Hmm,
Zodiac.
and
Yeah.
Zodiac.
Yeah,
nice.
they were giving me advice about, that I had a problem with the Zodiac that I purchased, and I am considering if I wait for a new one or if I uh, change my mind for a different option. That's that's the thing,
Hmm.
and I really don't know what to do.
How much was that Zodiac? Are those things
Yeah,
expensive?
but no, bueno, not a lot, but around a bit less than $1,000
Hmm.
with the discount that I got. Yeah, and the shipping and everything. Yeah, money, not a huge amount of money, and yeah, we were talking that I have any option to wait for the replacement unit or to ask for a refund and do other things, but I'm not sure. UNS, do you have any opinion about Doxa? Do you think that could be an option or not?
I think docs are nice. I mean, for what they are, right? Um, they're decent movements, decent watches. I think the thing to always remember about those watches is what you compare it to, right?
Yeah,
Don't start comparing it like the class to a Submariner, or you're paying a tenth of the price. You're
yeah,
still
of course.
getting a decent movement, sometimes better than the movements in watches that are 10 times the price. So for sure, you're not necessarily going to get uh, the best of everything, but they're decent watches. I think there's tons of watches in that price range that aren't bad, right? You guys talked about Seiko. Seiko has a lot of stuff to offer there too. So they're
What
cool
about
watches.
Yeah.
alternative with colorful? If it what will come to your mind about $1,000, $2,000 at the most? I would say.
I think if you want something that's very colorful, but like not very low quality, I think Seiko has tons of colorful options, right? Especially
Uh huh.
I don't know all the names, but like the tuna or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and Doxa has very colorful stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could also look at Oris.
Mhm.
They have a lot of different color options in that price range, and
Yeah.
they're a
Definitely.
solid watch.
Yeah, the problem with the Oris, and in fact, I would like it, but the problem on the Aquis date is the integrated bracelet.
The
And
integrated bracelet. Yep, that is a
yeah,
problem with them.
yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, I was considering this as an option using a more colorful NATO bracelet strap. Sorry, but the thing is a problem. No,
Yeah.
if they will have a regular lax, not integrated bracelet, yeah, this definitely will be an option because there are other divers from Oris, but I don't like the the other ones that has the faux patina. And,
Mhm.
yeah,
Have you
this kind.
considered it's not as colorful, but it's blue, and it does have faux patina, but like in a very nice way. Have you thought about the Baltic? Baltic as the tool watch, the blue gilt Baltic. It
No,
looks a little bit like that Oris, but it's
what is Baltic?
yeah,
Like let's see. No, I think that is the
BALTIC.
first time that I heard Baltic watch.
Hey, Geezer's asking for a quick wristwatch check.
Quick visual check.
I threw my Seiko on too now. Why the hell not?
This is mine. No what?
Yeah.
No shoes.
I'm wearing what's on my avatar right now. I'm wearing the blue Moser on the bracelet.
Nice.
That's what I'm wearing.
Good call.
Yeah, looks good, like a bit vintages. Yeah.
Baltic.
Yeah, Baltic is they were featured on Watchfinder at some point. They're a very interesting company.
Aren't they French, NS?
Yeah, they are. They're French, and they make kind of limited editions without calling them limited editions. So they make small runs, kind of vintage sizes, but not super small. And yeah, it's Miyota movements, but they're $500, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is really that yeah looks nice. This one will be the one that you think
mhm,
came to your mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure if I
Yeah, they're
if I will go.
nice.
Yeah, really the faux patina is something in my mind that yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either you don't mind it or you really don't like it. Faux patina.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really up to you. It's just I think they're a nice alternative that's come up recently. But Doxa, they have, if you like colorful. Uh, I hate to always go back to Doxa, but they have lots of colorful watches. They're built decently, right?
Yeah.
Uh, they're cool watches.
They are.
And can you see a straight man wearing this color?
I think you can. I think you can wear anything you want. I
Yeah.
mean, there's. I mean, is
Orange is
that
the very in color at the moment.
yeah? And is that really worse than wearing a solid gold sub? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you're wearing a solid gold sub and you're not trying to sell somebody a
A piece of property.
1992 Oldsmobile or something, or
yeah, I don't know. The orange, I don't know. I see it a bit dark. I think that I like this more bright or yellow is nice.
Yeah.
That's sure.
look, I think that yellow one. I take that yellow one as an example, or even the blue one. If you
Yeah.
put that like on a leather band or something, or a black band, you'll
I
be
will
able.
put. Yeah.
Like you could wear that in many different occasions, right? So let's say you go out on vacation or something, with a black band. You could wear that, with a shirt and more formal attire. So I think they're.
I will never. This will be a beater, and I will wear it always in a NATO or something like that. I will look for a colorful NATO. I will have to look for the color that match. Yeah.
Mhm.
Could be an option. Could be an option.
For sure.
Then, Ernest, your idea will be you will consider Seiko, you will consider Baltic, and you will consider Doxa for this on this segment. And Zodiac, do you have an opinion on Zodiac? Or should
Look,
I?
I think Zodiac is nice. I like the bezels that Zodiac has. I just, I was thinking of an alternative to Zodiac if you're looking for an alternative. But,
Yeah, I like the Zodiac, and I really like this one. This specific is, but this is the one that I had with the problem.
so
Apart
what
of
is the
that, I
problem?
really like it.
So what's the problem with it?
Uh, After 1 week, it stopped without
Huh.
any. Uh, on the 20th, it stopped.
Just out of
And
curiosity, if you wind it manually, does it restart?
no,
No?
no. I
Okay.
had a bad feeling when I wind it up the first time, and 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 yeah, I had a bad feeling, and then suddenly it stopped.
I mean, it's a nice looking watch. It
Yeah,
really
is
is.
I
Mhm.
like it. I had
It's
this
lovely. I
Berlin. I
really
was
like it.
also considering on using this other strap with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Orange reddish. Before I used this was my beater before, but
Oh, nice.
since I changed the battery, moisture goes inside the case.
Yeah. And that Zodiac, it's what? It's a sapphire bezel
Uh,
or ceramic?
Bezel is not sapphire. I think that is acrylic.
Okay.
But the glass, yes, is yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Mm.
like
Yeah,
it.
they're
I
nice.
really like it, but I am a bit pissed off on having to wait till the end of April to have a replacement unit of it. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Zodiac makes very limited runs, so when
Yeah.
something sells out, you got to wait till they make some more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the thing.
Yeah, I agree with.
I am going back to my control place.
Mm. I agree with Howdy from Texas. I'd say if you like it, get a replacement. I think they're nice. They're nice, nice color schemes.
Right.
And the thing I like about those Zodiacs, I know it's a diver, right? So in some way, it's always going to be similar to other divers. But I like that the Zodiac is not trying to be like a almost perfect copy of a diver, of another diver, right?
Right. It's got
Well,
its own identity.
it has history also. It has history. It was the second diver after the 50
Yeah.
fathoms before the submariner. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It has a famous assassin, famous killer that used a Zodiac. It
Oh,
seems.
yeah, we never got to get into that, did we?
Yeah, it's something a bit
Mm.
of creepy but fun.
I mean, you
Um,
look at the Zodiac website, and a lot of the watches sell out straight away. I mean,
Uh huh.
I don't know about straight away, but they're sold out. I mean, there's one called the Jetomatic, which is pretty much an Explorer layout. It's a quarter Arabic
Yes, Howdy, I
dial,
really
you
like
know,
it.
and that's sold out. And
Yeah, I don't,
this
I don't know what
others.
I will do. Next week when am in LA, I think that I will visit the Seiko store that Blue Shirt recommended, and maybe I look for other things, and yeah, and if not, when I visit Steve on April, I look what he has there, and maybe I will wait. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, the thing is, especially if you like the Zodiac, if it fits well, um, because a lot of like cheaper divers, a lot of them have large cases sometimes and won't necessarily fit you perfectly. So when you find one that the fit is nice and the finish is what you like it to be, and you know, I think Zodiac is a great example of doing, doing what's called like limited editions without being limited editions, right?
No.
Where you know they're they just change up the colors, and instead of trying to sell the same thing, sorry, instead of trying to sell the
Someone
same
needs to
thing
get the
over and
phone.
over. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me.
No worries, man. No worries.
Yes, the fit is good. Anyway, I have 7.5 inches wrist, and it's not very rounded. Then I don't have a problem about that. It seems that people that have a smaller wrist may have a problem because it seems like the legs are a bit long. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but
So
no,
that's nice about the at least the turtles. While they're big at 45, the lugs are fairly short. So it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't have a problem. I mean, I have a 7.5 inch wrist too, and
mhm,
this fits me pretty much perfectly.
no. Yeah, definitely. I will look at the Seikos. Maybe I don't know. This is something that you go through the shop, and if it's something that I like, then would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
If
looked
you
it up.
watches tab, if you just go to the watches tab on the top Zippo and just select Jetomatic, just take a quick look at that one.
Oh yeah.
Now I think this looks really like the Omega Seamaster 57. It's the way the indices are sort of triangle tipped,
Yeah.
and they have the quarter Arabic
No, but
369.
it's great to have your feedback. Thank you, and your
It
ideas.
looks really like the Omega,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
it's like a fifth of the price.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one really looks like the Railmaster version of the 57.
That will be
Yeah,
great. This will be great, but I don't want to
it's
spend so
a
much
fifth
money.
a fifth of the price. You know, it's a really
I
nice
really want
watch. I think.
something that I can destroy and lost in
Yeah.
the sea. I like this, but I really don't want to spend so much money.
Oh, $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Zodiac it's even at least the other one it's chronometer certified. Maybe not this one,
Yeah,
but the other one was.
it seems that the limited edition, when they is the same movement, but it seems like the limited edition they cost certified.
Yeah, it's
Then
very interesting.
yeah, there are a lot of people that are happy with the zodiacs, but once you go on the forums and looking for problems, I have seen other people with problems, but as it happens with any brand, no? Yeah.
I know you're a chronograph fan, so if you want to look at the Sea Dragon, go to the watches tab and just look at the Sea Dragon.
This Seiko 5 is nice too.
Well, that's sick.
Something
That's cool.
to
That is cool looking.
Yeah.
And we were talking before about the scene, but it's a bit big, the U1. And also, I understand that I will not be able to see one live.
Right.
So Zodiac's not just a dive watch brand. They can. I mean,
Yeah.
they do
It says
with
that
the
my
Olympios.
internet is not very fast here.
This one they do dress watches, chronographs, and
Yeah.
sort of quite nice smart watches as well.
First world problems.
Style.
Everybody dying with
It
the
is.
virus, and we are talking about what a man in Panama do with a broken watch.
Yeah, Neo, I got to agree with you, man. Oh, shoot. Okay. Neo. All right, we got Orange Hand on now, I believe. Did anybody get kicked?
Yeah, hey
Nope.
guys.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Orange Hand. Yay.
Welcome.
Doing well. Hopefully my audio works this
How you
time.
doing, my friend?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah, sounds just fine.
Terrific.
What do you got on today?
My trusty Explorer 2 as usual.
Nice.
Not much changes around here.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Wearing the
Very nice.
Explorer.
I'll be wearing mine tomorrow to the office.
Great. I was so Carlos. I kept recommending in the chat. You should take a look at the SPB 149 from Seiko. It's brand new, just released last week, and it's
SB
40 millimeters, so it might be a nice size for you.
SB 149.
SPB 149.
SPB 149.
Yeah.
SPB 149.
That's nice.
Can you pull that up, Flippin'?
You got it.
Thanks, pal.
Modern reissue. Is this part of the prospects? No. Prospects.
So it's the new prospects that it's kind of like a 62 Moss reissue, but the diet version. So it's I think it comes in around $1,000.
I want more color.
But you know, it's
Yeah,
Seiko, right? They're
looks
going to
great.
have multiple versions with multiple colors. I figure.
Yeah, eventually.
I will look at it. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Great. Okay, yeah.
And the one you were looking at before, Carlos, is the it's what's replacing the Seiko 5s, right? They've kind of canceled the normal Seiko 5 line that looked kind of like field watches, and now they're more like the what's the famous the SKX, right? That technically doesn't exist anymore, right?
Correct.
So now the Seiko 5 has taken over for the SKX, so it's kind of like in between.
Carlos, you're quite into the orange, aren't you?
Not necessary, but I want some color. I don't know. Yeah, in fact, regarding the Doxa, the first, I will not get the orange. I will be more towards the yellow. The orange to me will be very.
Yeah, when I was looking at the docks, I was looking at just the blue one, the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's the one I really like.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not letting
That
me.
blue's lovely,
choose
yeah.
colors and stuff.
My first idea would be one of those. If you consider that I had my doubts that a straight man can wear this color, then Maybe yellow. I think yellow to me looks good. Maybe yellow with a red strap, making the Spain's flag.
There you go.
Mhm.
Could be an option. Well, maybe,
That's quite nice.
maybe.
Bit bright, but it's not for everyone. But it's
Let me
nice.
check with the strap that I already have. That is. What do you think? This strap on this watch?
Yeah. Why not?
Mhm. That would work.
It could work.
You're awake, aren't you, you liar?
It's a kind of a Spanish flag, yeah. I try not to be very, let's say, Spanish nationalist now that I am not live in Spain anymore. but, but yeah, maybe, maybe.
Carlos, we've got Geezer saying
And
that you
apart
should
of
get a
my
front colored
issues,
AP offshore diver.
what are you doing over there? You have any plans for new things or new ideas that you have for you?
Sorry, who? Who are you talking to, mate?
Yeah, to anybody that if any, I don't know. Yeah,
Is there a certain time of year people just don't buy? Do any of you guys do that?
I am going to show you a big iguana. Let me see. Let me, a big iguana just passed by. Understand? Where is it? Uh, just one. Just one. A big iguana.
All right.
Is
We're going to Carlos' secret hideout here.
It went away. It was very,
Yeah, I don't
very
know.
big.
I don't. I don't know. I'm not really in. Not really looking at anything at the moment. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about maybe later in the year.
yeah,
I think this is for a lot of people. This is the slow time of the year, right? Right before, right after the holidays, right before tax time or during tax time.
Correct.
Yeah.
and I understand that also with the
We all spent
problems
our
on the
Christmas bonuses
financial
already.
markets, we are all a
Yeah.
bit down. We
Yeah.
have the
Look, anybody that
hangover.
was, I heard that, right? A lot of people were looking at their stock options for the year and stuff like
Yeah.
that and salivating and thinking and,
No.
just lost like 15, 20, 30%. It's not,
Yeah, and the thing is, it's so easy when you see everything going up, because we have the feeling that we had a big down, but really we are on the levels of October, September in U.S. Markets.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's easy to go up and hard to go down.
I guess it depends on like where you are. I know I don't know about you, Flippin, but I know in Canada it's we've sort of been. I think we've all been conscious that the economy hasn't been really so strong for a couple of years at least.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm still my plan is still less is more for the next couple of years. So I'm thinking maybe save up more and buy one nice piece and maybe be done with it for a while. It's not like I need more watches anyway. I'm really at a point where I'm not constantly chasing the next thing. So
Yeah, neither myself. After this, I solved this thing. Yeah, for next year, as we spoke before, for my silver wedding anniversary, we will have something nice, but that is in 1 year and 2 months. Then I have to wait.
mhm.
I don't know. My wife seems that she likes the Aquanaut with the white strap or a lady president or something like that, and yeah, probably for me would be a Breguet or something. No idea.
Nice.
We
Very
have
nice.
to get there. We have to get there.
Mm. One thing that I've noticed too is that, at least for myself, I'm not. I used to want all these crazy complications, and I'm
Yeah.
not really chasing after that anymore. So I
Yeah.
don't, I'm not trying to get like a triple calendar, an annual calendar, a perpetual calendar, all that stuff. So I've sort
Yeah.
of recast my thinking a little bit, and maybe I want something really nice yet simple, or complicated but that doesn't look so complicated. So
Neither myself. The one that I like it is the Moser with the moon face with that is white gold and very plain with the moon. That is very very nice watch.
yeah, the Vanta Black, the black one is really nice. Then they came out with the limited adventuring dial one, but that one sold out very quickly.
Yeah.
Those are nice. I think if I went with a really complicated watch like a perpetual calendar, I'd want maybe the Moser perpetual calendar. But I'm also thinking about just getting a more high end chronograph, like maybe
Yeah.
the Geomètre, the Gégé-Lecoultre Geomètre chronograph, where it's a really cool watch. It's an amazing watch, but it's still a pick up and go watch, right? You pick
Yeah.
it up,
Right.
set the time, and it's 12-hour time. It's not 24-hour. There's not even a date, right? Just set it, put it on, leave. Because the rest of the time, I'm wearing an Apple Watch for a while, or I'm wearing another watch, or maybe I decide to go without a watch. Do I really want something that I pick up and I set for 15 minutes and then,
Right.
Yeah.
That's an excellent choice, NS, because that is a beautiful watch and very, very. I mean, it's beautiful and it's very under the radar, underappreciated. That watch.
yeah. I think those are watches that you get for yourself. I think though that and I totally agree with you, Geezer. But I think those are watches that you start lusting after when when you gain a little bit of I don't want to say maturity in how you collect, because that doesn't sound good. I mean more like when you start understanding what it is that you want, right? And for some people it might be completely different. For some people they might learn to understand that what they want are perpetual calendars, and that's all what they want. But I think when you get to a point where you know what it is that you want, you know what it is that makes you happy, first off, you can stop flipping watches and stuff. You can buy and keep forever, and that's great. But also, like, you know exactly what it is that you want. So maybe you're a chronograph person, but again, I think the really cool thing about chronographs, and I think that's something that we see more and more. There used to be a time when nice chronographs were just all the same. They were all the same Lemania chronograph or Valjoux chronograph, right? But now you see more and more really high-end, really cool chronographs that have a lot of complexity, great finishing, but it's still not a complicated watch that's hard to wear, right?
No.
So,
Like the new Moser.
yeah, the new Moser. It's just so expensive. That's the only problem with that watch. If it was just slightly cheaper, well, not slightly. If it was much cheaper, I'd have one already.
No.
It's a really cool watch, and unfortunately, I think the new Mosers sell out fairly quickly,
Right.
and they don't go on the used market that much. So I think that
Right.
one might be very hard later on to get it at
Yeah.
a decent price. Which is the cool thing about the Duomat chronograph, right? You can actually go out and get one of those in like the 20s or mid 20s.
No.
Great watch.
I had a chronograph. I had a Panda that I really like it. The appearance of the watch, but I really had problems with the readability without glasses. Sometimes at first glance, I wasn't able to see the time, and I had to look it again. I really like it, the color and the thing, but yeah, I had to let it go. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not the only one with that problem, Carlos. That's a major. You know, you hear that time and time again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a bad business. I used it for next to 1 year, and I get a lot of money for it. Nevertheless, I sold it to a great dealer. But I really like it.
It's part of the issue with sport chronographs that a lot of people don't think about. So if you have a more dressy chronograph, right, like whether it's a Patek or a JLC or something, you have a tachymeter or a pulsometer around the dial, right? But it's small and it's inside the dial. So for those types of chronographs, you have a chronograph, obviously, right? You have the sub registers because it is a chronograph, and that's the whole point of the watch. But the timekeeping aspect is still very large within the watch. But the sport chronos, like the Daytona, right? For that, and I don't want to say it's stupid or anything because I know some people like that. But to me, you're putting a lot of emphasis on that huge bezel that you will really never use.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
You can use a chronograph to time your steak, right? But nobody is using their Daytona to time a lap at the racetrack.
The tachymeter, of course.
Yeah. So you put a tachymeter that, like on a dive bezel, I get it. If you ever use it for diving, right, that diving bezel has to be big to be useful. But on a chronograph, you're putting you're sacrificing a lot of real estate for that. But if you look at like a dress chrono, you still have it. You still have the tachymeter, but it's very small. And yes, it's hard to read, but the reality is nobody uses it, right? When you're timing something with a chronograph, you're looking at how many minutes, how many seconds anyway, right? So that's the big thing about the Daytona that I find is that at the end of the day, it's like a 34 millimeter dial, right? Or 35 or whatever it is. It's small for a chronograph.
Yeah. Definitely, if I would be if I be a medical doctor, I would love to wear a Lange or a Patek on white gold with the pulsometer. Would be nice.
Yeah,
that would be my watch. If I will be a medical doctor.
That's actually what I have in my JLC Master Chronograph. They made a few different versions, some with the tachymeter, mine as the pulsometer. And not that I use it, but it's fun, right? You can count 30 beats and get the heartbeat.
And it's more useful.
Logan Hall.
Welcome
to the show.
Hey, Logan.
Welcome.
Good to have you.
Yeah,
but I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I'm just happy. I'm happy with my as far as chronos go. I'm happy with my Speedy Moon watch. And, That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
If I'm anything long-term Grail would be the VC Historique 1942 annual calendar. I love that watch in steel. It's just so sharp looking. I really love that.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at that one. How we see very little in terms of cheap used ones hitting the market.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
They're
People
really,
buy them and they hang on to them.
yeah, exactly. It's there's a lot of those more fringe models, right? Not as popular. That what we're seeing more and more is they're being purchased by I would say more serious collectors, and they just get bought. If they hit the used market, they get sold at relatively high prices, and you never see them again.
Right.
So
Howdy nailed it on the head. Any complications are and have been replaced by a phone.
yeah,
When it comes to timing, that's what I use.
yeah, I think so. Right? It's
Audible.
yeah.
All that. Like I know with me, chronographs, I just love the way they look.
Yeah, they're cool looking for sure.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the chronograph is one of those things where you can always find a use for it.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, so like if you have a chronograph and you never use it, right? Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
But if you have like a triple date and you're not setting it every single month and every
Right.
time it's not wound, then I know some people don't care, but I don't want to run around in December with a watch that says July 15th,
Right.
Tuesday.
That's the only drawback. You got to
it will
really
not
be
be
wearing
every-
that watch all the time.
Yeah. That's
You're
the
using a winder or whatever, but yeah, it will be.
yeah.
I really don't have any desire for any kind of perpetual calendars. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I really don't have any desire, honestly, for that reason. And for
That's
the price.
that's an end of the collection watch.
Yeah.
When your last watch. For me,
Maybe.
that would be
Maybe.
the last one you ever wear. Get buried in it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh. Junior Johnson, I'm sorry, man. That's rough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, but I think that's where that's it. You have to see how you're going to use the watch, how you can use the watch. It's the same with a person that with their day to day, because either they would damage the watch or something, they can't really wear it. And if that's the case for you, what are you even doing with a complication? It's just if the complications becomes an impediment for wearing the watch, right? So either you have to set it and it's complicated and stuff. It'll end up as a watch that you don't wear.
Right, and then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. It's the same thing as having a gold watch where you don't want to wear a gold watch, right? Then I have one gold watch, right? It's the Moser Endeavor. I love it. I like it, but it would not be my only watch because I don't want to wear it too often. I don't want to scratch it. So, why wear that as your only watch? It's like the Patek Nautilus. You see a lot of complaints that the bezel, because it's flat, scratches easily, and it's a real pain to get it fixed and polished after, and it's expensive. So you've got some people out there, they buy it, they're afraid to lose money, afraid to lose value. They buy it, they put in the winder or put in the box, and you never wear it. It's not a vintage 1930s Patek from the Jean-Claude Beaver collection. You know,
Right.
It's a Nautilus that one day people will realize wasn't worth that much, and it's not going to be worth as much as before. So, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know whether I'd ever want to be put into the position to have just one watch. There's just so much variety, but I guess as we all get older, you know, running around with a big diver or a big chrono probably isn't suitable. That's why I love my simple Explorer. You know, it can be sporty, it can be dressy,
Yeah.
it could be a one and done watch if
Yeah,
necessary.
definitely.
And
I
also the
agree.
same thing with your president, with your date, Carlos. That's also can be very easily be a one and done watch.
Yeah, but as we have talked, if I will have unlimited money and I will have to choose one watch as my watch forever, will be the Explorer 39 without any doubt. My only watch forever, something for my use that I can use as casual, I can use also under the radar, and without any doubt. Explorer is very, very, very nice, and
It is. It's versatile and it does everything well.
It's hard. It's rock. You can maintain it easily. Yeah, definitely. You tell me you have to choose one of these watches as your only watch forever, and you put together my date, the Explorer, and whatever crazy thing comes to your mind, I will get the Explorer without any doubt as the only watch forever. Without any doubt.
Yeah, I think that watch has so much going for it. It has the simplicity. It has the dial.
Yeah.
It's waterproof. But one of the things that it really, really has going for it that you shouldn't minimize is the size. And there's lots about the size in that watch that's just right. The diameter, obviously, the lug to lug is great. The thickness is also just in the sweet spot. Right? You have so many watches out there that are in those similar sizes that have one thing, right? It's like, oh, it's super thick, or it's just like a couple of millimeters too big, or it's got a big crown guard. That thing just, it's
they nailed it. They really nailed it.
It's
the link extension is perfect. It's something that when I wear that watch is when I am traveling to a place and I really want to go under the radar. And I think that I use the Easy Link almost every day, and that is the perfect thing that I have to add to the watch if I am in a plane or whatever. If, for example, if I have to go to do something in Guatemala, that is let's say a dangerous place, or Mexico that is not so dangerous, I go with the Explorer without any doubt, and absolutely under the radar perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough how, I know it's weird, right? It's 1 millimeter difference, but I can't stress enough how 39 is, at least to me, such a sweet spot for a watch to be very flexible. I see it because I have a couple of JLCs that are 39, like the master control date is 39, and the geophysic is like 39.4, whatever it is. But it's such a flexible size where it's big enough, it's not too big. You can wear that with a suit. Nobody will notice it from across the room, right?
No, and will be absolutely nice.
It never looks out of place, right? Even you're at the beach or you're out with shorts, it doesn't look like a watch that's too small. 39 is, for a lot of people, it's the perfect size.
Yeah, because guys with big wrists and guys with small wrists can wear it equally as well.
Yeah,
No.
and people have to be realistic about their wrist sizes. I always hear, and you hear that a lot on YouTube. Yeah, but I'm a big guy, I have a big wrist. People need to stop measuring their wrists, because
True.
you come up with like 8 or 9 inches for somebody who's really fat. But people that are really, really fat, it doesn't mean that your wrist like is flat, right? It doesn't grow in a flat pattern. You have
Right.
people that have an 8.5 or 9 inch wrist, and the flat surface where the watch is not that much bigger than somebody who's skinny. So there's
Mhm.
plenty of 350-pound people out there with a 42-inch watch that looks like an Invicta on their wrist, right?
Mhm.
It's just too big.
Yes.
So you always have to be careful about your wrist size and not go too big.
Yeah.
True.
No. And maybe someone who has quite a small wrist, the 36 millimeter, could be better. But yeah, it's such a
Yeah.
nice watch. I also sometimes worried when I with suit, if I have to go to a customer, and I sometimes work on different kind of business. Sometimes it's very high value, other times it's not. You don't want to be, let's say, very with something really colorful like will be the day. And I wear it a lot for business, just for that reason. That is a very, very nice watch, but
Mhm.
it's a watch that they don't maybe it's a service that I am selling, that the fee is not, let's say, outrageous.
Right. It's not flashy, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you're really a watch guy, nobody's
Yeah.
gonna know what that watch is. That's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing of it.
Yeah,
And
that's yeah.
I was just going to say, Howdy brought up, some good points in the chat, and a lot of people like the proportions and the dial layout on the 36 millimeter,
Mhm.
as opposed to the 39 millimeter, and that's cool. There's less blank space in that in the 36 millimeter for sure.
Yep.
What
And
happens to
for people who really like the 36, there is an alternative, and that's the
Right, the
Oyster
OP.
Perpetual. Yeah,
Yep.
the
Yep,
36
Yeah.
with the Explorer dial. I know
Yep,
you
and
don't get the same clasp, but it's a beautiful watch.
right, and you can go
Yeah.
crazy with the colors because they have multiple color dials.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, but the blue is nice. What happens to me is that I am very, very, as you say, tire kicker, and I cannot think on purchasing a used watch. Really, to me, it's so difficult to trust people on that kind of thing. Yeah, and that
Hey,
money, to me, is a pain thinking on that.
All right, hey, that's it's not for everybody, and
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing, about the hobby. You can,
Yeah.
you're not alone, Carlos. There are a lot of people out there that just want to get new, and that's cool. That's fine.
mhm.
Yeah.
Logan
Yeah.
Hall, I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, and if never be afraid if you're just buying new. Never be afraid to ask for a discount. And
Yeah. When I ask for a discount, you can't imagine. I ask for discount on everything. I go to the hardware store and I purchase something that is a bit more expensive. I ask for the manager. I ask for discount always. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, unless you ask, you're not going to get it. So
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Any place. For example, I and my wife have fun about that because I ask always if we go to a place in Rodeo Drive, a luxury store that she is going to purchase something that she likes, a dress or whatever, or a handbag or whatever. I asked for discount on Louis Vuitton, on wherever it is. Yes, they say no, we don't offer discount. Yeah, you can.
Mm.
Yeah, right. Geezer's right. He said it doesn't cost you anything to ask. So
Yeah,
Mm.
and lot of times they give you a discount, or if don't give a discount, they give something free that is valuable, and yeah, it's something
the worst they
we
can do
earn
is say
our
no.
money.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And just remembering a few years ago, you were getting a discount even when you were buying these hard to buy Rolexes. So,
Yeah.
uh,
But for example, the other day I had to replace an air conditioning unit on my house. I went to the hardware store. There was one Panasonic on discount. With the discount, it was a big unit. It was like $1,000, and I asked to the seller if he can make more discount. He told me no, I can't. Let me speak with the manager. I speak with the manager. I am a frequent customer of this store, and yeah, and he discounted $100 just for
There you
asking a
go.
bit. Yeah, that is. If you don't ask, and yeah, and we the Spaniards are a bit more, let's say, open to that kind of discussions. Maybe we are a bit more.
I bought a welder last week and I got $150 off just for asking.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
something
yeah.
that we have to ask, and it's something.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yep.
And,
You know, Junior Johnson brought up something good, something valid here that I think maybe we should talk about. He said he's been looking on Chrono 24, but he's very leery. Now, I mean, I've never purchased anything off of Chrono 24 before, but I feel that I kind of use it as a gauge because I mean, there's a lot of the pieces are used, but a lot of the pieces also there are the dealers are trying to get rid of as well.
Mhm.
So I always like to, if I possibly can, go to a brick and mortar store and try something on before I purchase it. I mean, that hasn't always been the case, but I try and do that, and I use Chrono 24 as a gauge, to see what the watch is going for out there. NS, have you bought off of Chrono 24 before, correct?
Yeah, I bought off of Chrono 24, and so I would say, Junior Johnson, um, it depends what you're buying. Okay, just always be wary that if you're buying stuff that is very, very popular, right? Like let's say a sub or a Daytona, like we saw with the whole Daytona thing with that guy in Australia. Just be weary that yeah, they can sell fakes, they can sell Franken watches where they make two fake watches out of one real one. All of that happens, but you can see who the seller is. And what I would say is, I completely agree with Blue Shirt. If you find out that it's a very reputable seller, contact the seller directly. See if you can do a deal outside of it. They'll probably lower the price more. But I have purchased straight through Chrono 24. You either pay through bank wire or with your credit card, and it goes into an escrow account. And you actually have to tell them when to release the money, and you don't until you receive the watch and you're satisfied with it. right? So you can get the watch, or if you're getting, let's say, a Rolex, right? You could get the watch, receive it, go to your AD, have them check the serial number, have them check it. If it's okay, you say, okay, yeah, I like it, release the money. I would not want to do those deals where people just through like somebody you don't know, they ask you to do a bank wire or something. PayPal, your credit card, all these things have tons of protections for
Right.
buyers, and just use them. And it's weird because I think a lot of us on here probably collect a bunch of hobbies and have other hobbies that are probably just as expensive as watches. But I've bought online lots of stuff for other hobbies where it's very expensive too. And what I always found with watches is people are weary about things like PayPal, right? Weary about transactions where there's an actual protection for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a bunch of other hobbies where, yeah, PayPal's the norm or something else, and you get it. If it's damaged or something, you file a dispute, you get your money back. The seller deals with it. Just don't be afraid to protect yourself. If you see
Right.
something that looks good, of course, if you see, like a ceramic Daytona for $1,000, right? You know what you're buying.
Right.
But
Right.
there's tons of deals out there. The one thing that I know has gone on with some sellers do buy watches that are overdue for service, right? Like a certain YouTubers, Reverso, that's 25 minutes fast every day. That is the more he wears it every day, the more the service bill goes up. You do have some sellers that buy those watches for cheap, don't service them, send it to you, you get it, you see it's real, cosmetically it's nice. You might not find out that it's running super fast or super slow until a week after you have it, right? And then you might be looking at a $2,000, $3,000 service. So just be careful about that.
Howdy's asking if PayPal Goods and Services offers the same safety as with the escrow. As
Yeah.
Chrono24.
Friends and family does not.
No.
The normal regular PayPal, especially if you're if you're the buyer, then you have plenty of protection.
Yeah.
It's not so much for the seller, but as a buyer, absolutely. But with
And
friends
that's like
and family,
3%
there's
more, I think.
yeah, the friends and family, you're not incurring the fees, but you also don't have the protection.
The one big issue with PayPal versus the escrow service, okay? But I do agree with Blue Shirt that PayPal, you get tons of protection, enough protection. The difference with PayPal is that it's going to be a dispute system, right?
Right.
So when you pay the seller with PayPal goods or services or the escrow service, you pay. If you paid with your bank card or your credit card, that money's been debited from your account, right? It's either no longer there in your bank account or you see the charge on your credit card statement. Now, if there is an issue with PayPal, you do have to start a dispute. Now, the way PayPal works is they'll freeze that money from the seller's account, right? So at least you know that money is safe somewhere, but you don't get it back right away, and you actually have to prove that there is an issue. With the escrow service, technically, the money never went to the seller, right? So if the seller somehow got the money out of their PayPal really, really quick, then disappears, right? PayPal will still make good on it, but it might take longer. You'll have to justify more because PayPal doesn't want to lose money either. Whereas with the escrow service, the money never went to the seller, right?
Right.
So Chrono24 can say, okay, you don't like the watch, send it back. You're going to have to pay to send it back, right? Maybe if you ordered it from Hong Kong, it might cost you $200-300 to send it back, but send it back, and we'll give you the money back. So
And
it's
how do they protect the sellers? Because I understand that it will be possible
uh,
buyer fraud, no, or not?
the seller can always open a dispute, but look, at the end of the day, the seller is there to sell, right? And
No, but the problem is, imagine that yes, I am a buyer that
mhm,
want to make a fraud. I purchased something, and I told, yes, I have
yes,
received a
mhm.
Daytona, but is this fake Daytona or whatever it
No,
is?
I totally understand, but what I'm saying is that the whole system is skewed a little bit to protect the buyer more than the seller, right? So you're absolutely right. It would be easier for, let's say, a buyer to commit fraud than the seller, but I think that's something that the seller kind of has to deal with, right?
Yeah,
It's the same thing on multiple platforms like eBay,
yeah,
Reverb, all those
yeah,
platforms where it's skewed towards the buyer. And the reason
yeah,
for that is you want buyers to feel comfortable going on your
yeah,
platform and
yeah,
buying.
definitely.
So, you know,
That's,
But doesn't the escrow account work both ways, NS? To protect the
uh,
buyer and the seller. So if you returned an item, then
yes, yep, you have to return it. And you won't get your money back until it's returned, right? The only difference is that the money is always there, right? Held by somebody else. And so the buyer and the seller feel a little bit safe, right? Because the buyer, you're
yeah.
like, okay, Chrono 24 has the money, they're a big company, they're not going anywhere. And the seller's the same way, right? Well, now the buyer has an incentive to send me back the watch because I don't have
Hmm.
to release the money to them until I get it back,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
but the seller needs to
Well,
protect themselves, so they need to take a picture before they send the watch, probably, right? Document that you're really sending them that watch with that serial number. Um, I know that in other platforms, what people will do is they'll video them putting the watch in the box, sealing it, putting the way bill on it, right, to make sure that they can't,
mhm.
somebody can't get the watch and send you back a Casio, right? So yeah,
Hmm.
it does protect both sides to a certain extent.
Yeah, yeah. I will. To me, will be really, really difficult to spend more than $500 on with that model. Really,
Yeah,
very.
I
Only,
I, I
yeah,
hope.
it's something. Yeah, it's a choice that we make and a risk that we have to manage. But
Look,
I know how I am,
yeah,
and,
look,
and I.
it to me it was I got to Chrono 24 through baby steps, right?
Yeah.
My first watch, very expensive watch, was bought online from like a gray dealer that's like very reputable, right? And you won't get screwed. So that was easy.
Mm.
Um, I remember another watch I bought after that was from um, the guy that runs Canadian Watch Collector, that website.
Mhm.
What he does, he actually sells a lot of used watches, but he also sells a lot of new watches, including Tudors, Rolexes, watches like that. He has a deal with some local ADs, right?
Mhm.
And I was very weary of making a transaction because it was in person and cash. But
Mhm.
giving cash to someone when you haven't really authenticated the watch,
Yeah.
right? It's scary. But I got there, I got to his office, and right away I was put at ease because part of the deal with the AD is that he still has to put your name on the on the warranty card, right? So when
Uh
I
huh.
bought my Pelagos for a crazy cheap price, really, really crazy, he still puts your name. He calls the AD, sends a picture of the card to the AD because it's got to be registered. So you're buying from a gray dealer, but it's almost as if you're doing the transaction in the AD, right?
Uh huh.
So there was like baby steps, right? Until I worked my way up until the last one, the Moser Pioneer, where I just said, you know what? That's the watch I want at a price I want. And I just went to the
And
bank.
you manage.
Yeah, transferred the money. And
you manage the risk on that.
yeah. So
no, in my case, when I purchased with to David SW, yeah, after all the references and I called to check that the phone that appeared on the business directory was the same. And on the end was a fund transfer to a U.S. company with an invoice and someone reputable. Yeah, and basically was the same. He has a kind of contact with AD, and yeah, I have the warranty to my name. On the watch.
And just to answer Howdy about like missing packages, if it was shipped properly and declared properly, it's not going to go missing, right? I know we've all heard stories about watches going missing. That's when a person is trying to skimp on shipping charges, right? So if the seller is trying to ship you a watch and just pay $50 or the bare minimum with FedEx, right? What they'll do is they'll declare it a low value, right? It might not even be insured. That's when packages go missing. But I can tell you that ordering from the US or somewhere else to Canada, when it's declared fully, when FedEx gets it, every time that a watch has been shipped to me via FedEx, the broker actually calls you when they get it before to even get your permission to open the package and inspect it for customs, because it's declared at such a high price.
Right.
And then, they even ask you to pay over the phone the duties. Because, look, on one watch, I was paying like a few, $2,000-$3,000 just in duties.
Right.
They'll actually ask you to prepay over the phone. And then I guarantee you, once you've paid them that money, that package is not going missing, because the guy, it's not the usual truck that, leave the doors stay open and somebody can pick it up from the truck. The guy comes, he locks the doors to his truck before he walks to your house. He doesn't even have the package with him. He comes in, he'll ring the doorbell, and if nobody answers, he never takes the box out of the truck. But of course, we've all heard the stories. Somebody sending it USPS standard parcel. Yeah, it might get lost, but then it's the seller's fault for not insuring the watch and not telling the carrier, hey, I'm shipping a $4,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 watch. If you don't tell the carrier, they won't handle it like what it is.
Correct.
Logan's asking if we've had any horror stories with shipping and all that. And my Omega, the guy, he overnighted it to me. And so I waited, gave it 16 or so hours before I checked. And the tracking number had nothing. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, what's going on? And he checked and, sorry, I gave you the wrong tracking number. Gave me the new one and it was fine. So that's the closest thing I've had to a horror story. And thank God it was a real simple one to solve.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. It wasn't anything major, but just simple human error. This is the wrong number. So.
Yeah, especially with online sales platforms, you have to be careful, because sometimes it might automatically generate a tracking number or like an invoice number or something, and then you have to generate your own. Sometimes it's the wrong one that gets supplied. But yeah, you have to be careful. My only horror story was with the alligator band, right? So when I got my geophysic from Watchbox, they had not written like what the band was. So when it got to the FedEx depot and the customs person looked at it, he was like, "Oh, is this like a restricted alligator band?" Right? And it looked like it was going to get held in customs for a long time. But then the person from Watchbox just sent a letter, sent an email saying, "No, it's like it's cow leather," which it isn't.
No.
But it's cow leather. And then I got a phone call from FedEx like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Okay, we're releasing it. Here's how much you owe us and everything. So, yeah, just have to be careful with that.
But that is a problem that we have here in Panama. You know that we don't have, let's say, regular streets with numbers. we really don't have a physical address that you can say, let's go. This is the street 47 number whatever. Here we don't have that. And in fact, if I want to make sure that something comes, why or someone use something really expensive like DHL, or I have to use a virtual mailbox in Miami or something like that they repack the thing and bring it to Panama. That is also a reason not to do it. But to give you an idea about how the problems that I have about that, with this Zodiac, the store where I purchased it is called Little Treasury Jeweler. And I was freaking that, what could happen with a package that has that has Little Treasury Jeweler as the consignment. And yeah, but yeah, I talked to Steve about that, and he said, "Nah, don't worry, Carlos, about that. We always only write LTJ."
Yeah.
It's clever.
It is. Yeah, it's hard for me also. That, and part of that, the thing that I do to my accountant also never. I think that it will be more difficult with, let's say, use watches from specific persons. But yeah.
Yeah, look, you have to protect yourself. You have to be careful, and obviously, sometimes if a deal is too good to be true, it is too good to be true, right? It's very, very rare now, especially online, that you'll find like the amazing diamond in the rough. You also have to remember, if something is posted online, if the person can post it online, it means they're savvy enough to be able to research it first.
No.
Those days like of the pawn shops where you used to walk in and the guy would be selling something that he didn't know he had, right? That's very, very rare nowadays.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
And
Hey guys,
Geezer is
it's
asking.
been 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Anybody else ready to call it?
Yeah, I think we can call it. And I know, Geezer, you asked that question twice. Maybe that's how we end the show. We answer Geezer because he's asked twice now what everybody's looking for at getting next.
Thanks. I changed my mind from the OP39 to the Datejust 40. I think that's what it is. I want a date now.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Carlos? What do you? Well, we know, right? You're looking for that.
Maybe okay. The next one that will be a replacement or what I told before for next year, something quality. Let's say, on next year for our wedding anniversary, we will have nice watches. I don't know what, but something like a Breguet Classic or something like that. No idea yet. I have 1 year to make the decision.
I think the next thing that I'm might be a Reverso.
Nice.
No.
For me, I think if I'm really being honest with myself, I think the thing I'm looking at now, and I know that might change, and even though it's a bit long term or medium term, I think I'm really looking for that geometric chronograph. I think that's what I want.
Nice. Very nice.
No? Yeah, very nice thing.
Thomas?
Yeah, but really,
below?
really, I have the feeling that I have too many watches, and I don't know if maybe I am starting to lose a bit the hype of the thing. I don't know. Yeah, I think that NS told that this is a kind of diminishing returns.
Yep.
Every new watch is less less fun, no, or less enjoyment.
You can only wear one at a time.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if Thomas can speak, but he did mention in the chat that he's eyeing the Zenith A384 or the Polar Explorer 2.
That is very nice, people.
Both excellent choices.
Yep.
Junior Johnson, we appreciate you being here, mate.
Yeah, thank you, Junior.
Yep. So I guess
and Geezer and Howdy and
everybody
and Logan and everybody who's been there. Forgive me if I'm forgetting somebody, but thank you all for popping in and saying hello and listening.
And thank you for giving me great advice and good ideas, and I will let you know how this evolves.
Keep us updated, Carlos.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
thanks,
Flippin'.
Bye bye.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.